Hey, everybody.
Welcome to this week's episode of
Sunsets with
Dan and Cindy. And do we have a really big show?
We've got a really big shoe for you tonight.
So we're going to take care of a couple housekeeping things.
Let's do it.
And we have a very special guest. Our sweet friend, Amy Grant, is popping in. In fact, I see her in the waiting room right now, so I'm excited. Okay. Welcome. We want to tell you while you're all signing on, you can always find us at me on Sandi Patty Facebook and Sandi Patty YouTube, Sandi Patty P on Instagram and Twitter. Where can we find you?
DONPESLIS, Don Peslis on Instagram and Facebook. We try to post every day. And thank you for last week's. Wow, all of the 60th birthday greetings on Facebook.
It was awesome, wasn't it?
You know what? You guys, 30,000 strong plus and still counting. Thank you for all those greetings. We just felt so celebrated, and it was just great to share that with you. But again, we post every day on Instagram to Facebook. Let us know you're with us, and let us know you're out there.
Well, now this is an announcement we've not gotten to make in a really long time.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I have live shows coming up.
Okay.
April the 14th, and
Yes.
Again, Thomas. Give some love to Thomas. Thomas
Yes.
will post all that.
Yes.
April the 14th, Longview, Texas.
Great.
April the 15th, Flint, Texas.
Great.
May the 8th, Franklin, Tennessee, which is just right outside of Nashville. May the 14th, Franklin, Pennsylvania. May the 22nd, Forsyth, Georgia. So Thomas will give you all that information. We're going to come see you. Come see us. Bring your mask, all that stuff. But we're going to come. We're so excited. So April 14th is the very, very first one.
Again, remember, we used to do those things called concerts.
Right.
They're coming back.
They are
live
coming
shows.
back. Now, tell them what we got this week.
Oh, boy. You ready
here
for
it
this?
is.
You ready for this? It's Dan and Cindy swag. Okay, let's just toast those right
Now,
there.
it is available for you to pre-order. You asked, we delivered. Thomas is going to put that info, hurry. You can pre-order.
Yes.
And we're going to keep this pre-order open until the end of March.
Okay, so
We
you
got to have the orders in by then.
This is March 13th, middle of March.
Look.
Look at that. It's got deep blue inside, white all the way around.
Look
the
at
mug.
that.
Isn't that fantastic?
Maybe we'll give Amy Grant one of these.
Little swag. Dan and Cindy.
Perhaps.
All right, you asked for them. You got them
I
through
know.
March. Thomas is going to put where to get them on the chat.
On the comments
All
there.
right.
All right. Now, as always, Almanac, and then
Give me a little jingle.
the Almanac moment with Dan while Amy's waiting.
Oh, that was lovely. Well, welcome to the 13th. It's Saturday, the 13th of March. It is the 72nd. 72, folks. 72.
Get out.
Sunset was a lovely 5:59. Sunrise, 5:59 this morning. And then it's sunset about 5:49. We had 11 hours and 50 minutes of daylight on this. But again, remember, March is one of those interesting, I hope you're tracking your weather. I love what my mom used to say this. If March comes in like a lion, it goes out like a lamb. If it comes in like a lamb, it'll go out
Does
like...
the end of February count like a lion?
It could have been.
It might. So
But remember, it's since 1792, this has been...
That's so great.
I love it. And sales of almanacs are up. So you folks
right.
are probably buying it. Thank you. This is your almanac moment for tonight. And there you have it.
All right. So, several years ago, almost 40, this young gal, she's younger than me, this young gal came on the scene with her guitar and her sweetheart, and it's just never, ever changed. We love her so much. I cannot believe that she said yes to coming on our show, Amy Grant.
Hi,
Hi.
Hey, Amy.
How are you, friend?
I'm good. You guys look adorable. You're color coordinated. That's pretty fantastic.
Is it though?
Is
I don't know.
it?
We can't help ourselves.
It's part of the Dan and Cindy shtick.
I was telling Amy about all of that. So we're going to eventually ask maybe if she and Vince have a pre-tiree.
Oh, we'll have to tell you all about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
So.
you did? Okay.
Where are you? Where are we talking to you from, Amy?
I am in the isolation booth at our home studio. It's really Vince's, it's a musical man cave.
Musical man cave.
But I spent the day out at our farm. My feet are so happy. I just took my snake boots off about 30 minutes ago.
So you post something every week about the farm, a story. Just tell us about the farm a little bit.
Well, oh my goodness. 27 years ago, when tickets were selling like hotcakes, when people
And there were
bought
actually
records,
concerts.
Right.
I bought a farm and never planned to live there, but it was going to be developed, and I just wanted to save the land. It's got 2 big power lines that go through it, so not great curb appeal for some people. But to me, it's got a lot of hills, woods, a lot of wildlife. And I'll tell you one thing, we started doing this in 2017. There are 3 little cabins that were moved there in the late 1800s. So this is not like fancy. It's not Ralph Lauren. It's like 1-room church camp.
Got it.
But we light a fire in an outdoor fire pit and invite people to come and keep that singular fire going for 48 hours. It's a pretty big pit, and it has a cover. But we just said, unplug, and you'll survive. It's an outhouse. It's okay, even if it's 15 degrees outside. But it's amazing. People go, I was just thinking about all these fires in my own life that need tending. And so we're right. We do that from January 1 till May 1st.
And that's why when we were texting, now I get that, you said, well, I've got to tend the fire in a few days. That's what you were talking about.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
I love
Very
that.
cool.
Well, this is a week of a few anniversaries. Let's talk about the musical anniversaries first. A couple of songs that, and if you want to sing like a little line of it, no one would hate that.
Yeah, 30 years ago, Baby Baby came out.
Right.
Is that crazy? I know. It's just much lower now. Ever since the day you put my heart in motion, baby, I realize. Yeah.
I love it.
And then it's going to go somewhere, yeah.
That is just so
So
fun.
good.
And then
So good.
4 days ago, another song. It's the 30th anniversary of Every Heartbeat.
Every heartbeat. That's right. I know.
I think the songs got older, but we did not. That's kind of how it works.
Is that it? Is that okay? Good. Well, it's funny because when you asked me what our pre-tiree names were,
Yeah.
I was the only name I can think of is my grandmother name because we've got 2 grandkids. And I'm Amma.
Mama.
And so named by Wyatt. And I don't know if that doesn't kind of fit the fun.
Yeah, totally counts.
Yes.
We'll have to work
Yeah.
on. Vince calls me Amos sometimes. Maybe we'll be Amos and Vance.
Amos and Vance.
See,
Okay.
that's,
Done. Amos and Vance.
they're Southern folk. They're
Yeah.
Southern folk.
Yeah, Amos and Vance. They're Southern folk. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
That's
It's
awesome.
got to have a zing to it, and that's definitely got Amos and Vance has got some zing.
And you're recording some kind of behind the scene things though. Right now, just kind of walking us down memory lane.
I am. It's just been so much fun to get with people that I haven't worked with, in it's just been a long time. And everybody is going, let me try to think back. Let me see. Michael O'Mardian said, I'm 75. I don't remember anything.
Oh man.
How fun.
That's and Brown, I'm assuming he's part of it.
He is, and Keith Thomas and Mike Blanton. And, all of our lives, there's a time where the crew that I worked with operated in such a tight circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, then we all had kids and our kids had kids and it's just like you're, the never ending circles of life. You just have to invest where you are.
That's good.
Another anniversary though, you and Vince.
21 years
20.
Wow.
Now, did you tell me what's the date?
tomorrow.
So it's August. August. Why did I say August?
Big March 10th.
I'm 75 too. No, Martin. So, yeah.
Yeah.
21 years. We just celebrated our 25th.
Oh my, that's fantastic.
We did the whole renewing of the vow. It was COVID. We had to do something. So we did the renewing of the vows, and our spiritual director wrapped our hands and did the Irish kind of blessing. It was, yeah.
That's beautiful.
You guys have any big plans? Eagles concert, maybe?
We got nothing.
Yeah, I'm thankful.
But isn't nothing kind of awesome?
It's okay.
I'm going to tell you, nothing is like the best kept secret.
Yeah.
And yeah, just being comfortable and glad to be together. The gift of COVID for us was just having the most time together we've ever had.
Right.
You know, I want to ask you, both you girls have just burnt the road up. I mean, you don't make any money with buses at home and staying at home, you know. And I would assume, Amy, that's the same way that Sandy, you two, to talk about that. That's so familiar. That one of the blessings out of COVID was the same thing. We wondered, we've had this dream of jumping in an RV for a year and just taking that gap year. So COVID was sort of, can we really survive
Can we really survive it?
Can
we can.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Who knows? So COVID, not only 2020 was COVID, 2020 something pretty dramatic physically happened with you. I think a lot of people are familiar that you had heart surgery, but hearing it from your lens tell us about it, will you?
Well, Vince's dad died at 65 from a heart attack. So he's about to be 64. He was starting to get winded going upstairs, you know, and just he got nervous. So during the Christmas shows, obviously a year and change ago, he said, I'm going to go to the doctor. I'm going to do a stress test. And so I went with him to find out what his test was, you know, his results. And the doctor said, you are fat and out of shape and your heart's fine. And so I thought, okay. And then the doctor looked at me and said, hey, we should check you out. And I said, I'm fine. And he said, well, let's check you out anyway. So January of 2020, I go in and he runs me, not a stress test, not treadmill. He did all of this interior stuff. And I have no idea why. And he's not even sure he knows why he did it. And then he texted me and said, initial tests look good. And then I woke up the next morning and he said, call me as soon as you wake up. And the people going over the test just said, hey, man, her blood runs backwards. Like it goes opposite direction. The arch coming off my heart actually goes the opposite way, where most people have 3 veins or 3 branches. I have 4, and some of that was directed to the wrong part of my heart.
And he saved your life just by feeling that promptedness to go, let's just check you out.
I know. Yes. So I had open heart surgery in June.
That's a sentence right there. That's just...
Yeah, it's crazy. And I you know what I've loved? I've had the chance to talk to several people that are about to have that process. And it's just so great to know some super practical things and to just be able to sit quietly and have people I just let their inner monologue come out. You know, I'm just wired in such a way, I don't tend to live in the future very much. So I told somebody today that's 2 weeks away from surgery, I said I would not let myself even think about surgery until I was scrubbing myself with that antiseptic soap. And then I was like, ooh. But yeah, it was a great lesson in just living in the moment, every moment up until then, and not trying to project how awful is this going to be. And, you know, and it wasn't, in some ways, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
And the recovery, you know, is just like, I feel so much better now. And the real recovery is just the entry wound. So, you know, and I'm so grateful they were able to fix what was wrong.
That is just amazing. I'm so grateful for that doctor who just decided, hey, you know,
Yeah. My cat is clawing my leg.
I can
okay.
hear your cat. We're all pet friendly
I
here.
love it.
Yes.
Oh, that's
And your cat's name is
Tiger.
Tiger. What a cat.
well named. But the thing is, and this is a really good lesson for people. You've always been really fit. I mean, this is my perception of you. Like, is it true that do you still carry a hula hoop when you travel?
When I can, but yes, I hula hoop.
Yeah.
I don't go to a gym. I'm not a workout kind of person, but I just love activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hula hooping's fun. And for
You take it apart. I remember on Women of Faith. I remember you taking it apart, and you and Brenda only doing it in the break room.
Brenda.
I know.
How in the world is she doing?
You know, they're actually doing well. Oddly enough, they are in Oklahoma City. They are filming a movie of Kurt Warner's life.
You're kidding.
How crazy. I haven't been
Right
able
here
to
in
see
Oklahoma.
her because of COVID. But
Close.
yeah, but they're right here, so that's fun.
That's great.
But
Those are
Women
some
of
good
Faith.
memories.
Yeah. Do you have a takeaway from Women of Faith? And then I have one last question I want to ask you.
I did the most traveling with Women of Faith right after my mom passed away. And I just needed that circle of multi-generational women. It was such a gift. That was my big takeaway.
Yeah. That's just how they show up with each other. And they just sort of bring you in and love on you. And I remember Mary Graham was one of your first or second times. And she said, Amy, welcome home. I just,
Yeah.
she just had that heart. What would you tell your younger self?
Oh.
You just turned 60, right? I mean,
Yes.
that's no secret, right? So we're in the 60s now.
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
what would you tell your younger self?
Well, so many things. I would say, believe it or not, the things that seem so important right now will fade with time. And things that, I guess I would just say it's true in every circumstance. Love matters the most.
Yeah.
Loving yourself, loving your family, loving your friends, and be patient. You'll find your way. It all is part of the journey. Maybe on another day I would say something else, but I've loved raising daughters, loved it. I've loved having daughters. And I have a son also, but I'm just so glad I've got 4 young women that I get to encourage. And mostly like when one of them has just had a personal crash and burn, I'll say, you're just right on time.
Yeah, that's good.
You're right where you're supposed to be right now.
It's good.
And so I guess maybe just themes on that.
Well, it's fun. I was singing all day today in my head, love will find a way. And that's just kind of what you're saying. I feel like I have seen that play out in you, the love you have for the people who have followed you all these years, the love that you have for those you've been privileged to work with, the love you have for your family, and love will find a way. And I think that might be, I don't know, a signature statement that I see when I think of Amy Grant.
Thanks. I love that.
Well, thanks for being with us.
Thanks.
Do you have a favorite Amy Grant song?
I
am fangirling. I'm not gonna lie.
You're married to one of the greatest. I just love that high tenor of Vince. It's just what a sweet voice. But I don't know when the song I wanted to look that up today when you sang with Cetera, Peter Cetera. And how was that? Was that a fun experience? I don't want to wreck me because I've always loved his voice.
No, it was fantastic. Yeah. We actually were in the studio together, which does a lot of times you can do a duet with somebody and you're not even ever in the same
Right.
town together.
Yeah.
But I was a huge Chicago fan.
Oh, totally.
And
Me too.
so, uh, yeah, he told me stories about his days, early days. He told me one time I guess he'd gotten hit in the mouth and his jaw was wired shut. And he would have to carry wire clippers in his back pocket just in case, like, he got choked or threw up or something. And I just picture him like, but he was very charming and wonderful. And I'm not real fast in the studio, but at that point, I'm married now to a man that's like 3 takes and it's done. But, I can spend 3 hours and we're going, okay, whoo, we got that first chorus feeling pretty good.
Right.
But I didn't, it was so wonderful working with Omartian and with Peter. I had to take my slow time like I always do, and they just made it fun.
That's awesome.
So cool.
That's one of the great songs. Well,
Yeah.
thank you. I know you're in a slew of interviews right now. Everybody's been
Thank you.
so excited to have you on. We
Thank you.
love to have you back if you ever want to. And just, Amy, I love you. I'm so proud of the woman that you are. And I think your best season, if that could be possible, as you pay it backwards for those who are coming behind us, is yet to come. And I just so appreciate you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
You guys are the sweetest couple in the world. And Vince and I'm going to have a talk with him about our non-matching wardrobe. We're going to up our game. The next time we see you.
Oh, but he's so, he can go with the black T-shirt
Yeah,
and
go
jeans.
with
He'd be
black.
right
That's
there, and that Eagles thing. But Vance and Amos.
Amos and Vance.
It's got a
right.
ring to it.
Thanks, friend.
Okay.
I'll let you
Amy.
go. You click end on your end, and we'll keep going.
Okay, y'all keep going. I'll figure it out.
You will.
Okay.
Oh gosh, you know what? I'm seriously kind of fangirling
I
right
know.
now. I know. Like I was trying to be all cool, but that's Amy Grant. She is just lovely. You know, the most time she and I had
Yes.
to visit
I remember.
was at the going home service for Billy Graham.
Yes.
We all had to get there early,
Yes.
and Amy was by herself, and we sort of all came in on the same bus, and she's like, well, where are you sitting? I said, I don't know. She goes, well, can I just hang with you guys? And
Yeah.
so everybody got there so early.
Yes.
I know that Dr. Graham was so happy just seeing all his people visit.
Just
But Amy and I probably sat and visited for 3 hours.
did.
It was
Truth.
so great. It was just a special gift. So that's all I got. That's my friend Amy Grant. You know what I did? I am going to have Thomas post a song
Yes.
that really sums up, I
Why don't you
think,
read the lyrics
my
of that?
friendship. Oh, I think we...
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read it.
Read the lyrics. I think it's great.
But Amy sang this with me. Somebody tell me when that was.
Yeah.
But the song is Unexpected Friends, and it just intersected our lives in a really sweet way. When the dark closes in so hard I can hardly see, and the walls of my fortress of faith crumble in on me, when it seems like the end, not a measure of strength to spend, I feel the arms of a stranger rescue me, a soothing balm for the wounds I suffer along the way.
Yes.
Fervent prayer giving courage and hope for another day. Through the help of my friends, ones I may never see again, seem like angels that were sent by heaven for me. With some unexpected friends, never asking where I've been. Just a hand of mercy and words of love call me back again. Oh, it feels like home with unexpected friends.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
And we'll have Thomas
too.
post that song with Amy.
I would
It was
love for you guys
so
just to
fun.
have time to talk and compare stories and
Right.
great stories and
Because we never
perspective.
worked together, really, because if she was in one city, I was in another.
Right.
So,
Right. I mean, I can remember a handful of times that you guys did that together when the planets aligned,
yeah,
and it was just so special.
so very
So
special.
very special.
Yeah.
Well, tonight's show we always try to do something practical and informational and something like that.
Yeah.
And educational. We're all just a little starstruck tonight, but, but I hope you enjoyed that, and just so
I love
cool,
that girl.
so very
It's a
cool.
gentle wisdom in her.
Tomorrow, again, we're going to remind you that for our Crossings moment, many of you are joining with us weekly online at crossings.church. And make sure in the chat feature, again at 9:30 in the morning, you can choose either a blended service or the contemporary tomorrow, and also at 11, either blended or contemporary. I'm the chapel worship pastor at 8:30. It's not online, and Sandy's our artist in residence, and you just never know when you're going to see her
Well,
singing.
actually, as a matter of fact, tomorrow,
Yes.
I'm leading because our lead
Worship
pastor,
Mhm.
it's his last spring break.
So you'll be in the
So
sanctuary.
I will be in the sanctuary service.
9:30 and 11, the blended service. Again, that's crossings.church. And again, we're also wrapping up a lovely 40 days. We're about halfway through that now, the 40 days of prayer. That's easter.crossings.church.
Yeah.
You can sign up and every day get an inspirational scripture and prayer. And I'm also posting those over 40 days at both Instagram and Facebook for Don Teslos. But we've got a great, and I don't mind talking about books that are great, because a lot of times you ask us, what are we reading?
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of those books you should keep near on your desk at all times. It's a book of simple prayers by really one of our mentors, Gloria Gaither.
Yeah.
I mean,
Didn't Jen give us this also?
Yes.
She gave us the liturgical year.
Yeah, living
And
the
then she
Christian
gave us
year
the,
with Bobby Gross. But this one, I've bought several of these. So again, Thomas will put that title up for us. But you could probably go to Bill and Gloria's website and find this.
Or
readily.
Amazon.
Exactly. But Sandy, I just think it's right
Nice.
that you read this one tonight. This closing prayer is titled "Thank You for Friends." So Sandy,
I just want to say one thing. There are people that come into our life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And either one of those reasons are okay. There have been people that have really stepped in for a season or, whatever. So as you think of those in your life, let me read this. Thank you, Lord, for friends. Through the passages of life, good friends remain. Through beauty and vitality, through the loss of energy and elasticity, through stellar achievement, and through embarrassing failure, friends remain. Friends give when there is need. They celebrate and enjoy with us when there is abundance. They laugh at our jokes and our foibles. They cry at our griefs and at our sadness. Friends pick up the pieces we leave. They take up the slack when we're careless, and they make up the difference when we come up short. They listen when we tell them something, and they hear when we don't. They love our kids, tolerate our dogs, and accept our spouses. Lord of all the sweet relationships of earth, thank you for the gift of a few good friends. And most of all, thank you for choosing to be one of us who were and are so in need of one true friend. Amen.
Amen.
Well, thanks for being with us, everybody. This was kind of special. I'm going to probably pinch myself for a bit, but send some love Amy's way. And so thankful. Her heart is healing.
Oh.
Her heart is now even bigger than it already was. And I'm telling you, it was bigger. It was already big.
A couple big anniversaries of her songs.
Yeah.
So visit her site. I'm sure you can find everything that you need to know on Amy Grant's site. But again, thank you for joining us. Remember, we're coming at you weekly at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, 5:30 in Cali and in Australia.
Tomorrow.
All right, join us tomorrow.
Don't forget to pre-order your Dan and Cindy mug.
Get those orders in.
It's the Dan and Cindy mug. I don't know. They start, all the jingles start sounding alike.
We'll see you next week.
Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
Have a great week.
Thanks, Amy.
See you, Amy.